Wild Time Cooking with Allison Davis is brought to you by Corman Kitchen and Bath.
Hey there, welcome back to Midday Kentucky. Chef Allison Davis here in the Wild Time Kitchen. We're talking football, we're talking fall, we're talking
Ribs.
Tailgate, we're talking ribs. Oh, my daughter's favorite food, and I can't blame her because there is nothing like a good fall off the bone rib that has been slow cooking. And there's so many different ways you can do ribs, right? You can boil them, you can bake them, you can bake them, you can grill them, you can smoke them, you can do anything with the ribs. But the thing about ribs are, you know where they come from. It's the rib of the pork or rib of the cow if you're going with beef ribs, and they're overworked. They're more worked muscle. Not overworked, but more worked. So they're tougher. So cooking them, it has to kind of be this low, slow process, right? All right, so tell us about your ribs. These are spare ribs, or these are baby backs? This is baby backs,
which we do also carry spare ribs.
The pork spare ribs, which are a little bigger, thicker.
A little bigger, And now these are excellent. These look great. Has a back membrane on here.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this.
A lot of people don't know it. Some people don't mind it. But I know a lot of people like to have it removed.
Yeah, typically you want to remove that. I mean, as far as I know.
So all I do is I just make an incision there, and
you can see it's just real thin.
So I can go either way on this. It really doesn't bother me if they are on there. I definitely can tell if they are on there.
Yeah, they don't fall off as easy.
They're a little tough.
They're a little tougher to cut through.
Right. So
I almost call it, it's kind of like that silver skin on a pork loin or on a pork tenderloin or beef tenderloin.
Yeah.
You just kind of want to take
don't
that
really
part
want to cook
out.
it.
Because it's not really going to break down as it cooks.
And sometimes we get them in and they're already peeled.
Right.
But if they're not, we'll be happy to peel them for you.
And usually you'll probably even ask, if they're buying a full rack of ribs, you want us to go ahead and remove that.
And that's all you do. I mean, it's fairly simple.
Now, when you cook them, do you typically cook them whole like this and then cut them?
Correct.
But if you were pushed for time, I guess you could cut them ahead.
You could cut them in sections. You could cut it in half.
And then they would cook just a little bit faster. But really, it's all about low and slow because it's the meat that you want to get tender and to fall apart. So
I like doing the 3-2-1 method on my smoker.
Tell us about it.
You rub them down with your seasoning, throw them on the smoke for 3 hours.
Okay.
You wrap them in aluminum foil, add some kind of citrus. I normally do like a pineapple juice, maybe throw some honey or molasses in there.
Orange juice would be good.
Orange juice works. And then you wrap them down, throw them back on the smoker, and they kind of steam up.
For another 2 hours?
For 2 hours. Take them back off. They're ready. You can eat them as they are. They fall off the bone. Last hour is pretty much you throw your sauce on it and
kind of caramelize it a bit.
The sauce up.
In terms of the degree on a smoker for our audience.
For smoking? Smoking wise.
275 or?
I normally do about 220.
220, okay.
Yeah.
So
I don't like going over 220.
Okay.
Range about 190 to 225.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
All right, so if you were going in the oven with these though, is this how we prepared today's?
That's how we prepare today's, yes.
Okay, so instead of smoking in the oven, we're going to go with a rub. Is that one of your Chef Tom's rubs?
Chef Tom's rub.
Is this the barbecue or the barbecue?
That is the Cajun spice.
Cajun spice, okay.
And what we did was we just put a little bit of mustard down on it.
Nice.
A little bit, and just kind of rub it in.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah, we got our rub.
That's right. You don't need it.
Everything's ready.
I'm such a habit of always salt and peppering everything, but yeah, if you're going with the
mustard,
rub,
if you don't want to use mustard, that's fine. This is just something that we did, and that just kind of holds the spice and everything to it. It gives it a little extra flavoring from the mustard. But
all right, so we'll go with the rub, and then do you bake it with the sauce?
I don't. I cook it up first, dry, and then after they're cooked, they're ready to roll.
So
then
same thing with the smoker. You sauce it once it's ready to kind of fall off the bone and finish it out. And then you guys carry a ton of different like barbecue sauces. Yeah. If you have a favorite, you'll find it.
This is one of my favorites.
This is Pappy's Mango Chipotle. Nice.
Excellent. It's got a little spice. It's a little sweet. It kind of hits everybody's.
All right, well, we're running out of time, but magic of TV, we've got some ribs we're going to pull out of the oven that have been going low and slow. These are ready to go. These are excellent, and you guys know where to go find your ribs for tailgate. Go to Critchfield Meats, Zandale Shopping Center. I'm Chef Allison Davis, Anthony Critchfield. We'll be right back after this short break.